I've been to the facilities and the cells where Epstein died, right? I've seen, and when they got you on suicide watch, I've been on suicide watch, not because I was suicidal, just because when you're new to any facility, they take away your shoelaces and anything that you could hang yourself with, and then on the ones that after like a few hours and you get processed, they just put you in regular general population. But the motherfuckers that really are on suicide watch, they're getting checked like every half hour, every hour. A fucking cop got to stop by his fucking door and look in his window and ask him to respond and be like, yo, inmate, whatever number, how are you, or whatever, acknowledge to make sure he's alive and not fucking acting weird or whatever. They ain't got to put a straitjacket on. So when I heard what had happened at that fucking, at the New York fucking federal facility, and that he had hung himself, I was like, yo, he got whacked right away. I was like, I mean, you already thought something like that was gonna happen. Like to begin with, you're like, oh man, I hope he don't disappear. Witness protection program or whatever. Like some of these fucking high level drug kingpins, that happens to them all the time. Like one day you're fucking eating lunch with them in the chow hall, and then everything seems fine. Then the next day, the fucking U.S. Marshals come get him out his cell, and you never hear from him again, and you find out, 3 months down the line, he's testifying against the other drug kingpin and shit. And you're like, oh man, motherfucker was collecting information this whole time. We're over here having lunch, playing chess and shit. Anyway, so I don't believe none of that shit. If they want to keep old boy alive, they'll keep him alive. If they want him dead, he'll be dead. You can't do nothing like in the feds, the BOP, the Bureau of Prisons. They do not fuck around. Like, man, I could tell you so many fucking stories, some shit I probably can't even say on this motherfucker, because like I wouldn't be surprised if they'll fucking find a way to track me down and be like, oh, back in you go. We told you not to say nothing about what's going on in here. Like, it's fucking wild, bro. I don't even trust that they didn't fucking gas my cell one day and knock me out and do some type of fucking medical experiment on me, like a fucking like a UFO and shit. You know what I mean? Abducting the fucking human from the window. Like, how would I know? I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know if they did that shit. They took all my shit. They got my DNA, my fucking saliva. They how they almost took a gallon of blood out of my fucking arm one time when we went to medical. They did that to every inmate. That shit was wild, bro. I don't trust none of that shit. So whatever happens to fucking SBF, it's because they wanted to happen.